Hey guys, we are here making another video about sequences and series. Today we're going to be talking some more about geometric sequences. Hope you guys are all doing well. Some of this may be a review from what we did last week with geometric sequences, but that's fine. So, first of all, we'll talk about the common ratio, the explicit formula. Common ratio is the number that you multiply by to find the next term in a geometric sequence. And just a reminder, and you'll see this in some of the examples we do, this number can be a negative number, and it can also be a fraction, okay? And that's important because that can throw you off sometimes. But don't forget that both of those things are possible, okay? So, and then here's the formula for the explicit formula. AN is whatever term you want to find. A1 is the first term, which you guys have probably done by this point. R is what I'm wanting to be pointing to. R is your common ratio, which you guys saw just a second ago. And N is still the number of term. That's a number symbol. So N is the number of term that you want to find. So it stays as a variable when you write your explicit formula. Okay, let's do a couple of examples of finding the common ratio and of finding explicit formulas. So the first one we see right here with number 1. Let's see, these are negative numbers. Okay, and if the numbers, this is a good way to tell whether your common ratio is going to be positive or negative. If all of the numbers are the same sign, like they are here, then what that means is that your common ratio is going to be positive. So for example, that's the case here with number 2, where your common ratio is going to be, to get from -1 to -2, you multiply by 2. To get from -2 to -4, you multiply by 2. And then to get from -4 to -8, you multiply by 2 again. Okay, so what that just means, that means that our common ratio here is going to be positive 2. And then the only other thing that you need for your explicit formula is the first term. And here I highlighted the first term. It's just the first number in the sequence. You don't have to do anything to find that. So our explicit formula, let me write that too, is going to be AN equals, and you always have AN. A1 is -1, and then times, plug into the formula R that we just found is 2. And then I'm going to raise that to the n-1 power. That n-1 is an exponent. Okay, so that's the explicit formula for that one. Let's go find a couple more of them. All right, so let's go to this one down here, number 2. And we're going to find its explicit formula and its common ratio. So you get from negative, and then here's another example of where the terms in the sequence are changing signs every other one. So our common ratio here is going to be negative. To get from 1 to -3, you multiply by -3. To get from -3 to 9, if I can draw that, I can't draw that, you multiply by -3 again. And then to get from 9 to -27, you multiply by -3 again. So that's why it's flipping signs, because you're multiplying it by a negative number. So R here is going to be -3. Okay, and then let's plug these things into our common ratio formula. A1 here is not -1 like it was last time, but it's +1. Our formula will always start with AN, and it equals equals A1, which in this case is 1, and multiply it by multiply it by R, which in this case is -3, and then raise it to the n-1 power. Okay, so this formula is not too hard to plug things into. You just got to plug in AN, and you got to plug in R. And while you're doing this, I think make sure you put parentheses around things that are negative. We had that happen just a second ago too. Up here, make sure you put parentheses around things that are negative, especially if your ratio is negative, because then when you raise it to the n-1 exponent on your calculator, it can mess up your sign. So make sure you put those things in parentheses. So we've seen a positive number, we've seen a negative number, and now we're going to see here a fraction as our common ratio. So to get from 100 to 50, how did you do that? Well, I divided by 2, and in this case, we're going to write our common ratio as a fraction. And then to get from 50 to 25, I divided by 2 again, which is the same as multiplying by 1/2. And to get from 25 to 12.5, I also multiplied by 1/2. So our R here is going to be 1/2. And then our common ratio here, that's our common ratio. And then our explicit formula is going to be AN, and I'm going to plug in my first term. First term here is 100. So it's going to be 100. And then times my R, in this case it's 1/2, and raise that to the n minus 1 power. Alright, let's go talk about few different problems now. Let's talk about real quickly how you'd find the first 5 terms if they gave you a formula for it. So we'll talk about this formula. Let me go ahead and make some blanks. So we're going to have 1 blank. We're going to have 1 blank, 2 blank, 3 blank, 4 blanks, 5 blanks. And then the way you do this is the same as if you were using an arithmetic. If you're using the arithmetic formula, these numbers down here are what you plug in for n. So if you want the first term, you plug in 1 for n. So let's go find a1, and it would equal 5 times -2 to the n minus 1. So 1 minus 1. And then you go through and you plug it in. This is 5 times -2 to the 0 power. And we get 1 minus 1 is 0, so anything to the 0 power is 1. So your first term actually turns out just to be 5. And now for your second term, you can plug in 2 for n. So erase some of these things and then plug in 2 instead. So in the second term, I'm going to plug in 2 minus 1. That means 2 minus 1 gives me positive 1. And then -2 to the positive 1 is -2. And then if you do 5 times -2, you get -10. And then you can see the pattern is going to go on from there. You can plug in 3 and 4 and 5 if you want to. Or knowing what your common ratio is, and you can tell that just from your formula. It's right here. It's -2. And you know your first term is going to be 5 based on the formula. So then what you can do is just to find the next term, you can just multiply by the common ratio, which is -5. So you'll get -50. Oh, I'm sorry. You'll get +50 if you do that. Because if you multiply the -10 by the -5, or by the -2, I'm sorry. The common ratio is -2, so if you do -10 times -2, you'll get +20. And then to get to the next term, you would multiply again by -2, which would give you -40. And then the last one, you'd multiply again by -2, which would give you +80. Okay, let's go talk about the last one. So that's how you find the first 5 terms if you were given the formula. Let's talk about the same formula and talk about how you would find the 10th term. So if it asks you to find the 10th term, the 11th term, the 12th term, or whatever, I'm sure you guys know how to do this by now. You just take your 10, oh yeah, this is the 10th term. So I know that it wants me to find the 10th term because it tells me there. So I'm going to plug in 10 for n into that formula. So I'll get A10 is going to be 5 times -2 to the 10 minus 1. And then that's 5 times -2 to the 10 minus 1 is 9. Go plug in. And you can actually go plug this whole part in on your calculator. Let me pull up my calculator really quick, so I can plug this in. So I'll just type in 5 times -2. Make sure you put parentheses around that thing, like I said, and raise it to the 10 minus 1. And that will avoid you or me making any math mistakes. But like you can see from there, you should get -2,560. Okay? So that is how you use the formula to find the first 5 terms or the first 10 terms. Still just plug in n as your number of term, and that will tell you everything.